Paul, well, firstly, have you managing to put a team together, given the players away with injuries and obviously with the Ferns over in Samoa at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty clear this week at training who's going to be travelling. Those that have been fit and training are going to go. So I think it's made things quite simple for us in a way, which is good. And the players that are here all know that they're going to play a part in the game. So yeah, I think from that point of view, there's been a bit of clarity at training. There isn't that kind of weekly like who's going to be in, who's going to be out. Like they've been able to focus solely on performance, and I've been super impressed with training this week. It's been really good vibe, really positive, and the quality's been really high. So yeah, I'm excited.
Have you had to sort of have anyone in bubble wrap or nurse anyone through the week, knowing that you're at your sort of bare numbers to have a squad?
Yeah, I think that's the management of the squad. Rebecca Lake's probably in that category. Obviously, she missed the last game with that kind of quad injury, so it's just about kind of slowly bringing her back in and not too much too soon or panicking to try and get her in too early. So yeah, we've kind of done that, but I think the medical team have done a brilliant job over the last few weeks. There's been a few injuries, and we've sort of feels like we've broken the back of that now, and people are starting to come back, and in the next few weeks we should have the rest of them back. So yeah, I feel we're over the worst of it, and we've managed that really well.
How excited are you to see Liv Ingham back in that match day squad, or extended one anyway, for the weekend, given her long recovery from an ACL?
Oh, look, it was so special on Monday. I think just having that kind of moment with the team where she was kind of released, I guess, from the medical team to just fully train must have been an amazing feeling for her. I know how much work she's put in the background, and that she's just been a joy really in the environment for somebody that's had a long-term injury. And Marisa and Grace have been the same, just brilliant kind of mentality towards these longer-term injuries. But Olivia's at the end of that rehab journey now, so yeah, amazing for her. She's trained well this week, so yeah, hopefully in the next few weeks she can start pushing and get some minutes.
Yeah, what is, I suppose, the plan for her for the rest of the season, given there's not actually that much time left before the end of the season?
Yeah, well, she just kind of falls into that category now of available players, which is really good. We do have a very busy March. You know, we've got 6 games in March, so there will be a little bit of rotation needed to kind of rest people, and the Ferns are still going to be carrying like a fair amount of load from the qualifiers in early March particularly. So yeah, I think it's an opportunity for her, like everyone else, to hopefully get out there, and I'm sure if she gets the opportunity, she'll not just cherish the moment because she's worked so hard for it, but also just that kind of, I think the reason we signed her is because she's got that quality as a player, and we know what she can do. So we're excited to have her back.
Western United obviously won here quite convincingly against them. Are they a different side? Are they going to be a different challenge now this Sunday?
Yeah, I do think they're a totally different side. They're obviously on really good form, shot up the table and kind of where they were last year, like pushing right in the top 2. I think Kat Smith's done an amazing job there, really. She's probably coach of the month this month. I think they've been superb. You know, they've got Lagazo and Keane up front, who have had a lot of goal involvements, and Lagazo obviously being called up to the Matilda shows the form they're in. So yeah, they're a team that's on very good form. They've been good at home. They've had quite a few home games, so they've kind of had a little bit of an advantage, I guess, there. But yeah, look, I think for me that they're under pressure because they're second in the table. Everyone's expecting them to beat us this weekend because we're under strength, and you know, I think we can go there and be relaxed and without that expectation. And I think for them, all of the pressure's on them to win. They've got to come out and beat us. So we've got to go there. And look, we believe in ourselves, and we believe that even though we're missing a number of players, the reason we built this squad to have like the depth is so that we can have quality when we're missing a few players. And we've still got quality, still got really good players that are going to go out there and perform this weekend. And it's an amazing opportunity for some of our girls that maybe aren't getting the minutes that they quite want and have been a bit frustrated by that. And now's their chance to go and show what they can do.
A few questions from Andrew Vorman and stuff as well. What are the injuries for Mariana Speckmeyer and ALeague Longo, and when are you expecting them back?
So ALeague is probably maybe another 2 to 3 weeks, and I think Mariana's in a similar kind of time frame. It's hard to say with those muscular injuries because it's really just about kind of how the rehab goes over the next few weeks, but we're hopeful. I think best case scenario is they could come back into the squad for the next round against Victory. The kind of probably worst case scenario is that they miss that trip because we're going to do Victory Perth in a row. So yeah, fingers crossed they can continue on the right path, and we should have the Ferns back, Macy with her concussion back, ALeague and Mariana. So yeah, if all goes well, we could have a full squad for the next round against Victory, which would be perfect.
Yeah, obviously with ALeague and Macy both injured, Kate Taylor away with the Ferns, what are your midfield options this week?
Yeah, well, we've got the two youngsters that we've seen briefly, Daisy and Helena, who we know that they're talented young players. It's been really good that we've been able to get them time in the league and kind of get that debut out the way. I think that nervous energy of making your debut in the league and stuff adds to the whole kind of occasion. So they've done that, and they're now kind of can focus in more on performance. So we'll definitely be using those two for sure. But I'm excited for Alyssa because like she'll start. She's going to be really important for us. She's kind of been brewing really nicely over the course of the season. I think just getting better and better. We're seeing a really good version of her at the moment consistently. She's done well when she's come on in games. So it's an exciting chance for her to start this game and for her to show everyone what she can do. She's in a really good place right now, so I'm really happy for her, and hopefully we see that in her performance as well.
Yeah, this week do you feel that the pressure's completely off, given all the availability?
Yeah, I do. I think, everyone's expecting Western United to win this game. Our results on the road have obviously not been brilliant, and we're in a bit of a slump on the road. So I think like they're clear favourites, and I think that means that the expectation is that they should win. But we're quite a resilient bunch. I think the way that we've been bouncing back from things, even though we haven't quite seen the results turn yet, we've been growing as a group, learning a lot as a group, learning about ourselves. It's a bit of a cliche about the process, but it really is true. Like to build a team over the long term, you need to kind of go through some of these troubled periods to really understand your group and who you can rely on and who's going to kind of stand up and how you're going to react in adversity. And so that's kind of something that we've been learning a lot over the last kind of 4, 5, 6 weeks really. So I think this group has learnt a lot, and yeah, we've just got that kind of nice pressures off the shoulders, go out and play, go out and perform. We won't try and do anything drastically different to what we've been doing all season. We still want to go and try and play with some of our identity. So I think it's an exciting opportunity for a lot of young players. We don't want to use the players being away as an excuse. We're just going to say, right, this is what we have. We've got enough faith in the group that we're going to put out there on the weekends, and we're going to go out and try and play, and obviously we're going to try and win the game.
Do you believe the side can beat Western?
Yeah, I think you have to be an optimist as a coach. I've gone into every game thinking that we're going to win. I believe a lot in this group, and I know there's so much talent in there, and so I'm just waiting for one of those days. I feel like we've kind of had the rub of the green maybe a little bit against us, it feels like, over the last 4 or 5 games, and so I kind of feel like at some point it will turn and we'll see the qualities that we have like really shine out consistently for 90 minutes. We're due one of those sort of big performances, I think, and so why can't it be this week? The girls that are going to be playing this week are fresh, they're ready to go. They've been waiting for their opportunity to play, so they've got that hunger and energy. So yeah, let's get out there and give it a go.
And just finally, do you feel for the fans, given that the men and women are both playing simultaneously on Sunday evening? Yeah. Who's got the split screens? Like all the gamers will be happy, right? They'll have the split screens. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? It's one of those things. It's tough for you guys, like covering both the games at the same time. And our men have been so supportive of our women's team every day. Obviously, we're together here at NZCIS, so we have a real, I think, close collaboration with the two teams, and the men's team are always watching the women's team play and vice versa. The women like to go and watch the men play, so I think we're all a little bit disappointed that we can't watch each other play this weekend. It's going to feel a little bit weird, but yeah, hopefully it's a one-off and in the future it doesn't happen again.